Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis currency breakdown video. This morning, we're going to be looking at the NZD/USD, also known as the Kiwi USD. But before we get started to break down this chart and this currency pair, we have to state that this video is for this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. But we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and that can help put a little bit of extra money in your pocket, especially during these troubled times. Why do the hard work on the research and everything? We'll do the hard work for you. All you have to do is just take the hard work that we do and use your technical analysis skills to dive into those charts and become profitable, okay? Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and break down this chart and this currency pair. So you guys know before we break down the technical analysis of what's happening on the chart, we like to discuss what's happening fundamentally with each respective currency, okay? So before we talk about the USD, let us talk about the NZD Kiwi first, okay? Now, the NZD did have some poor economic news come out about it last night. During the Asian session, beginning of the Asian session yesterday. It was the business confidence. It was they previously it was negative 28 and now it's negative 40. That's a pretty big jump in a number. So we having some mixed NZD news come out because we did have some strong retail sales come out about the NZD at the beginning of this week, but it's still negative overall. So we're having more positive news than negative. We have a positive news and a negative news, so kind of default and cancel on each other. And the NZD still remains one of our weaker still remains one of our weaker currencies coming into this trading day. Okay, coming into this New York session. Okay, so we're going to see how it plays out in the market with this news, and we're going to continue to see a weakening of the NZD because of it. Okay, now with the USD, prior to us making this video, there was a report that came out at 8:30 Eastern Time with the core CPI numbers. Everything basically came out as they predicted it was going to be, so they wasn't that far off with the forecast numbers when it came to the CPI numbers. Okay. So what that means is that we have a mixed batch of what's happening with the CPI, and overall, that means that inflation did grow some, but it's starting to stagnate as well. It's not growing as fast as they thought it was going to be, which is also a good sign that a lot of the interventions, the policies, and in the positions that the Feds are taking to try to combat this is actually started to control the inflation. Okay, because we did get in the high impact CPI news, we did get a drop in the CPI number. It was previously 5, we got a drop to 0.3. So that's actually a very big deal. That shows us that inflation is somewhat stagnating. Okay, got a little bigger, but it's not getting as bigger as they thought it could be, so it's starting to stagnate, but we're going to have to see how things play out with geopolitics to see how much is this going to hold. Okay. Now, also with the USD, during the latter part of the trading week last week, we had a lot more positive news. The negative news come out. We had a very good job report news, and then we also have a drop in gas prices as well. Okay. Now, to understand the non-traditional relationship between the USD and the and gas and oil and how current geopolitics have developed this non-traditional relationship, I strongly suggest you look at our USD CAD video. It explains it in great detail. Okay, so overall, we may have some hesitation because of the numbers that came out with CPI, but we're going to still have a strengthening USD. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and break down what's happening on the chart. So as you can see, we were going up for quite some time. Then we started to then we started to, oh, excuse me, I'm very sorry. Then we started to lose some momentum, okay? And then price started to come down and got to this area here. And basically we're starting to see a retracement push up. how far can this retracement go? We'll probably get to probably about this area here before we start ranging out and going back down towards the short side. Okay, so what we're seeing right here is just retracement coming in because price has been dropping for some time, and plus this is an area before people remember where price went up last time. So we were expecting to have some type of retracement come in, and this is basically what you're seeing here. So we're seeing retracement come in. We may get as high as this area here or this area here before we start to range out and come back down. Okay? Hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.